Hi guys, thank you very much for joining me. Now, I don't have any new figures to show you, but I thought I would try something new. I thought I'd just randomly look up some Star Wars news on the internet and give you my thoughts on it, and then hopefully get your thoughts in the comments down below. So this could be Star Wars figure news or Star Wars movie news. To be honest, I haven't been keeping up with the Episode 9 news. If I don't know that any reliable news has come out about Episode 9, but apart from casting and that sort of thing. So I think I'll start off looking up some figure news and we'll see what we can find. Just before I get into it, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate that. So there's a couple of Star Wars figure collecting websites that I check out occasionally. I haven't checked them out for a while, for a few days anyway. So we're doing Jedi Temple Archives is one of them. I've just been busy the last few days, so I haven't had a chance to check out these guys. Basically, I check out Jedi Temple Archives and Yak Face. They generally have the same sort of stories, but oh, what? Oh man, I want that figure. Tung Glory on eBay. Weekway Jedi. What the hell? Gotta look that up. So I could have just gone to the link in here. Yeah. Was there only one? I don't know how many it was, but it looks like they've sold out. Oh, what? If you're not aware of Tung Hori, he's an international seller on eBay who sells, I don't know, people have been speculating for ages how he gets his figures, but he has a long and varied back catalogue of figures that he sells on eBay, and he just out of the blue comes out with new ones every now and then, and this is obviously one of them. I haven't seen this come up before, so man, disappointed I missed out on that. Anyway, so this is Jedi Temple Archives. I don't even know if I'm allowed to do this on YouTube. I guess I'm critiquing their articles, and I guess I'm giving them a shout out as well, so maybe they won't mind. So Jedi Temple Archives, I'm sure you're all well aware of these guys. What have they got here? Amazon exclusive Smuggler's Guide. I have no idea what that is. A novel? A book? Is it? Alright. They got a review on the vintage Rancor Keeper. I remember my brother had that figure when we were kids. I did not have that. Evolution's Visam. Don't know what that is. Fully interactive BB-8 droid for $50 in the US. I don't really care about that. Black Friday sales at Disney Store. We don't have any Disney stores here in Australia anymore. We did have one back in the day, but or one. I think there was a few. I remember there was one at the High Point Shopping Centre, which was the closest one. Well, probably the only one here in Melbourne, but that closed down a long time ago. Review of the vintage ATST driver. Yep, had one of those. Had one of the vintage ATSTs as well. Prawn Face. Did not have the vintage version of that. I have the vintage collection version of that, carded. I don't have a loose one, unfortunately. Thanksgiving. Sponsors. Hot Toys. Stormtrooper. What version is this? Hot Toys have already released plenty of Stormtroopers. Looks like the Rogue One version. That looks like it's on Endor. I don't know. Might look into that later. Blah blah blah. More Hot Toy Stormtroopers. Black Series Porgs for $4.60. Wow, I don't know. I saw them for sale, the Porg set on an online store here in Australia. I don't know what they sold for. Was it something like $11 or $15 or something like that? I did not ever see them for sale at a bricks and mortar retail store. But $4.60. Wow. The Black Series. Are you serious? Black Series Race Speeder for $9.99. That is insane. I think I paid... Again, I had to buy that online here. I didn't see it at a store, a retail store. I think I paid $75, $80, something like that. That is... Wow. You guys in the States, you don't realise how good you have it over there. Or maybe you do. I mean, and I know there's places in the States as well where they don't get stock and things are hard to find. But here in Australia, it's... I've been saying this for a while. Star Wars collecting is almost dead at bricks and mortar stores. And then you got online stores that put stuff up for pre-order. You got to pay up front, in full. And then they put up... supposed release availability dates, and then they just keep pushing them out. I mean, I've got the Black Series Bespin Han Solo and the Rebel Fleet Trooper. I think that was the same wave. I put them up on. I bought them on pre-order. Like I said, I had to pay in full. They were supposedly going to arrive in August, and now they've pushed out the online store, the little toy company. They've pushed that out to December, and who knows if they're even going to turn up in December. It's insane. You don't see any of this stuff at I think I saw some of these at Toys R Us before they closed down here in Australia, but yeah, it's very frustrating. First world problems, I know, but it's very annoying, especially to see that there's enough of this stock over in the US that it's being put on sale on clearance for $9.99. That's ridiculous. Guess Online Escape Playset. What's that? Never seen that. I mean, I've seen it online, but I haven't seen it in real life. Review of the vintage Tebow. It's nice to hear that Toys R Us workers are getting their what they're owed. There you go. Han Solo, Bespin, and the Rebel Fleet Trooper. Supposedly they were going to be available in August, and now December. Kessel Run Force Link 2 Millennium Falcon for around $33. I wouldn't pay $3.33 for it. That's just me. Dengar. Supposedly I'll be receiving that. I've pre-ordered that. Supposedly that will be arriving in December as well. We'll see what happens there. Wouldn't be surprised if that's pushed out till December 2025. Alright, we'll leave it there for the figures, and I'll try and look up some episode 9 news, see if I can find anything there. Like I said, I haven't been following that at all. Alright, so let's do a Google search for Star Wars episode. Should I do 9 or IX? What have we got? Star News. We'll check out news. How Boba Fett could rocket into Star Wars Episode 9. Yeah, righto. Star Wars Episode 9 rumour teases the return of a Rebels character. Oscar Isaac talks Leia's story. Episode 9 possible leaks. Alright, well, yeah, I know this is going to be dodgy, but I'll click on this one and see what happens. How Boba Fett could rocket into Star Wars Episode 9 and beyond. Alright, so what's this website? This is www.inverse.com. I have no idea who they are. Obviously it's pop culture type reporting by Ryan Britt. Right, the moment Boba Fett gets a name in the original Star Wars trilogy is also the moment he dies. Watch that iconic scene in the video above. No one actually says Boba Fett's name in Empire Strikes Back, meaning when Han Solo mumbles Boba Fett were. In Return of the Jedi, it's a strange kind of introduction in terms of live action Star Wars movies. We haven't seen Boba Fett since, but could all that change in Episode 9? Let's hope not. Star Wars fans may not be getting a Boba Fett movie, but that doesn't mean he can't appear in the next and likely final installment of the Skywalker saga. Here are 3 reasons why Boba Fett's appearance in Episode 9 are more likely than you think. Yeah, righto. George Lucas has always been wishy-washy on Boba Fett's death. Look, we all know Lucas doesn't have much to do with the day-to-day writing of the new Star Wars films, but that doesn't mean J.J. Abrams, Kathleen Kennedy, and various other Lucasfilm people won't consult him on this one. And what would George Lucas say when he's asked about Boba Fett's death? Did the Sarlacc pit really kill him when it burped up that epic burp in Return of the Jedi? Well, the fact is, Lucas went on record saying he wasn't sure about killing Boba Fett off for good. I think that was only after he realised that the fans were really... this is me speaking, not part of the article. I think he only backtracked on the killing of Boba Fett after he realised that fans were really right into him. Supposedly, I don't think he was really aware of the fan support of Boba Fett at the time. But anyway, back to the article. And that he had been aware of Fett's, well, there we go, popularity, he would have given the character a more exciting death. In Lucas's mind, he made up for this in Attack of the Clones by having Boba's dad, Jango Fett, get beheaded by Samuel L. Jackson. Doesn't get more exciting than that. Lucas also considered adding a scene to the 1997 special edition of Return of the Jedi, which would have shown Boba Fett they didn't do that. Which would have shown Boba Fett climbing out of the Sarlacc pit alive, and of course, in the old Legends canon, the resurrection of Boba Fett was top priority. His Sarlacc burp death was retconned in the 1991 comic book series Dark Empire, and he remained alive. And in that canon, pretty much up to 2014, when the new Disney canon erased all that stuff. So I actually didn't really read. As big a Star Wars fan as I am, I didn't read any of the old expanded universe novels. I'd heard all about Thrawn and all that sort of stuff, and how popular he was, and I didn't read any of the comics or any of that sort of stuff. But so I don't know what happened there with Boba Fett making it out of the Sarlacc pit in the EU stuff, but that's all been canned anyway. It's all Legends now. It's no longer canon. But elements of the Legends canon have crept into the new sequel trilogy anyway. Han and Leia's son turn to the dark side. A new version of the Rebellion and Luke's failed Jedi Academy were all plot points of the old comics and novels, so why not return Boba Fett too? Yeah. Nah, I think it would be a brilliant way to connect the new TV series to The Mandalorian. No, I don't think it would be, to be honest. I think Boba Fett's done. Let him go. I hate all this retconning stuff. To be honest, I really hate it. And I was never a fan of them going back and it's not really retconning, but I was never a fan of them going back and making the Solo movie. I would rather have them left the mystery of Han Solo's past as a mystery, and especially I didn't like what they did with the and that's the reason why I didn't want them to go back and do the Solo movie, because I thought it would be underwhelming, and for me it was underwhelming. Especially, I won't go into that now. Maybe I'll do a separate video on that. Anyway, so we all know that The Mandalorian is a TV show set in between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens that follows the adventures of a gunslinger who dresses exactly like Boba Fett. No, he doesn't, from the picture I've seen. In fairness, outside of the films, a lot of people look dressed like Boba Fett because he wears Mandalorian armor, which is one way people come from the planet away from Mandalore. Yeah. The funny thing is, Boba Fett doesn't come from the planet Mandalore, because he was a clone of his dad Jango, who was actually maybe born on the planet Concord Dawn, which is a place populated by a rogue Mandalorian. So calling yourself a Mandalorian or wearing Mandalorian armor is pretty much like saying you're punk rock. If you say it, people can decide to believe you or not. What the hell is this? How do we get rid of this? Pop-up ad. Go away. I'll continue without signing up. Thank you very much. Alright, so this article drags on a bit. I guess we're nearly there. I'll finish it off. Anyway, why the hell would Lucasfilm have a TV show coming out the same year as Episode 9 that has a Boba Fett looking main character? Stop saying a Boba Fett, mate. You said it before. It's a Mandalorian looking character. And not have that connect to the giant Star Wars movie. Why would they? I'm sure there's going to be some sort of references, possibly some sort of references to characters from the feature films, but why would it have to be connected? That doesn't make sense to me. For historical context, the reason why nerds knew who Boba Fett was in 1980 and knew his name in 1983 was because, in addition to his very first appearance on the holiday special in freaking 1978, there was an action figure of Boba Fett out before the release of Empire. So right now, from a certain point of view, history is repeating itself. Look, there's a slick gunslinger, bounty hunter. He's on TV. I wonder if he or anyone like him would show up in that new movie. I hope not. Everyone would love it, especially if John Hamm did the voice. That was never officially announced. A Boba Fett standalone film has been all but confirmed by Lucasfilm up until very recently. I think that was the... wasn't there a Josh Trank movie that was cancelled a while ago? I don't know how far they got into it. Not very far, I don't think. But I think they canned that after... Because I think Josh Trank directed the last Fantastic Four movie, and that... I don't know if it was because of the... it didn't do very well making money, but I think there was problems with him as well, personality-wise. So, anyway, I think that's why they canned that, but that was a long time ago. The Mandalorian might make them happy, but that's not really Boba Fett. So if Boba Fett did turn up in episode 9, doing God knows what, everyone would be elated. Yeah, I disagree. In fact, the best twist of all would be to present old retired Boba Fett as a good guy. No. What the fuck? That's a horrible idea. In fact, the best twist of all would be to present old retired Boba Fett as a good guy helping the Resistance. No. That's idiotic. Ryan Britt apparently wrote this article. No. Absolutely not. Boba Fett is a good guy. No, he disintegrates people. I mean, sure, Fett worked for the Empire, but there's no way he likes the First Order, right? Wow, that's... Wow. No. And assuming Fett does come back for episode 9, there's obviously 2 ways you could do it. One way where you show his face, and the other way where you don't. Oh man, if you show his face, he's got to be played by Tamira Morrison, who played Django. Oddly, at 57 years old, Morrison is sort of the perfect age to play a retired Boba Fett. I don't know that Boba Fett would ever retire if he made it out of the Sarlacc pit, and he would never be a good guy. But if you didn't want to do that, you could always hide Fett's face and just have John Hamm do the voice. Canonically, right? Canonically, right now, John Hamm is the incumbent Boba Fett. In 2017, handed the voice of Fett in the audiobook version of the in-canon Star Wars book, A Certain Point of View. I don't know if that... Yeah. I don't know if that makes him the canon version of Boba Fett, but anyway. So if Fett returns for episode 9 and he keeps that famous helmet on, let's at least get the voice of John Hamm saying something like, "What's up, I'm Boba Fett, ready to rock." Wow, that is fucking stupid. I was sort of interested in that article, not because I thought it was ever going to happen, but wow, that... Ryan Britt, sorry mate, you absolutely lost the plot in the last third of the article. I don't know what you've been smoking, but it just got dumber and dumber. But there you go. I do not want Boba Fett to turn up in either The Mandalorian or episode 9 myself, and especially not using the ideas you posted in that article towards the end there. Horrible stuff. Alright, so I think that will do it for now. Like I said, this is just... I thought I'd try something new because I have a lot of figures on pre-order. I just got nothing new to show you at the moment, unfortunately. It's very dry at the moment, so I thought I would try something new and do a like a commentary or my thoughts on some of the latest figure and movie news. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Is it worth me doing this again? I'd love to turn this into a podcast, but I don't really like talking to myself like this. I'd rather have someone else to chat to about this sort of thing. So that's that. Or maybe a live stream where you guys can chat with me in the comments and that sort of thing. I don't know, just something to think about in future, because like I said, it's collecting wise, things are drying up big time around here, so I've got to try and think of, because I love making videos on YouTube and chatting to you guys about collecting and Star Wars in general, so I've got to try and think of other ways to make some videos. So anyway, I thought I'd give this a go. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Like I said before, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button for this video, and as always, May the Force be with you.